Okay. Let's get down to business. Older MMOs are trash for its time. So, were older MMOs better when they just came out? So, Vanilla WoW in 2003, was it better than Retail WoW? Yeah, you can say that. Was TBC for its time better than Retail WoW? Was Wrath of Lich King better for its time than Retail WoW? Yeah, sure. Let's. We can say that, but also we can't really say that because there wasn't really any competition for WoW at that time. So it's kind of hard to say. Let's just say like this: if there were no other MMOs right now that could compete with WoW, I believe Retail WoW would have more players than Classic or TBC or Wrath. Well, maybe not Wrath. Wrath was the peak. Now, is old school RuneScape better than modern MMOs? Is what's another one? Everquest. Is Everquest better than any modern MMO? No, it actually is not. For its time, maybe, but right now, it's fucking dog shit. It's like the servers are practically dead. Let's look at population, okay? So this is what brought on this whole like thing, okay? It's this claim by Josh Strifehaze.
One thing that I hear repeatedly from both old players who played the game back in the day and new players who are just discovering them is that older MMOs were better.
I don't know if people are just clueless, are just dumb, or just live in a different timeline from people who live in this century or this decade, okay? No, older MMOs are not better. Maybe better for their time, they're not better today. If World of Warcraft Classic was released today without the Warcraft title, guess what? No one would play it. No one, not even like one person. Okay, maybe one person, okay? Because like they're bored, but like no one would actually play it, okay? Dog shit game. Now, let's see if that was his whole point.
Now, better is a very subjective word. It's hard to define, it's different for everyone. But with so many old games still online, like the original Everquest, or classic versions of modern games being released, like World of Warcraft Classic or old school RuneScape.
World of Warcraft Classic. Okay. Let's look at the numbers. World of Warcraft Classic. About 300,000 players. Actually, yeah, 300,000 players. Okay. Well, and again, this is I don't know if this is, I think this is just characters. So I am assuming there's about 1.5. Let's see. You know what? Let's go with 1.3. 300, 182 divided by 1.3. You have about 230,000 players, let's say, right? And probably even less, okay? This doesn't count inactives and stuff like that, just counts characters on the server. So you probably have like way less, maybe 100,000, but I'm just talking out of my ass. Season of Mastery. Everyone wants Season of Mastery, right? How many players? Damn, bro. 6,000 players across 3 servers. 5 servers. 4 servers. Wow, I can't count. Damn. People really love Classic WoW. Yeah, oh boy. Now, let's compare that. So we had approximately 230,000 to about, let's say, 5,000 players. Let's see. How many players do you think there are in Retail WoW? Oh, look. Let's go. Calculator. 24,771. 22,213 plus 16,777, 18,500, whatever, 16,000, 17,500. I'm just like, you know, just approximating it, okay? 350. Let's see what else. 11, 880, 200, 120. There we go. 10,000, 5,500, right? 4150, 6350, 7130. Already we already have more, right? Now, and the list goes on, right? We have approximately here maybe another 100,000. So already it's more popular, right? And this is just the top 83. And again, there's no actual, like, here we go, basement population. There's just the 82 servers. Each one of them has more than 1,000, and some of them are in the tens thousands. Okay, so clearly you have way more in retail than both TBC and vanilla combined. Okay, so retail already more popular, right? But again, how many characters per person, whatever, either way, more than TBC, like not even close. Let's see, old school Runescape population. Damn, bro, it is a much better game. It has 63,500 people. God damn. Let's see, Everquest population. As of September 30, 2020, Everquest had 66,000 subscribers. Damn, and 82,000 monthly active players. I am pretty sure it did not increase since 2020. Yeah, definitely more popular games. Now, everyone says that Nostalrius was such an amazing server. It didn't have bots. It was such a lively server. Yeah, let's see. What was Nostalrius' WoW population? Yeah, blah, blah, blah. Historical Nostalrius population. This is Reddit, so how accurate can it be? But right before the server was shut down, peaks were hitting 15,000 at the beginning of Chinese prime time. Wow! 15,000, man, that was such a lively server. Wow. Why were there no bots in here? Well, guess what? If there's no one to buy gold, why would you fucking have bots on that server? It's like, they were able to maintain the bot control. Yeah, no shit, there's no bots. Like, who would even invest in botting on a private server? No one's gonna buy shit. Okay, so as far as WoW is concerned, listen, retail has way more players. Straight up. Right? Let's go. Let's not. Whatever. It's fine. I'm not gonna recount all of this. Either way, old MMOs are trash compared to current MMOs. Like, that's how it is. Again, for their time, maybe, but again, you have to come. You have to understand that at the same time there was not a lot of competition, so one MMO could just take all of the population of MMOs and put it into that, which was what Classic WoW did. Okay, Ff14 population. Right, there was an estimate, I believe. Character statistics: 26 million characters. Endgame characters 917,000. Let's assume most players have only one character, but even let's say they don't, 900,000 endgame characters. A lot of characters that are not max level, it means they're still leveling or they're not playing anymore. Hard to say. I don't know how many people would not get to max level, but understandable. But let's say you have about 900,000 active users. Guess what? More than you have in TBC and more than you have in vanilla. Let's see if Guild Wars has Guild Wars 2 population. I don't know if Guild Wars 2 has a population report. There's no way this is true. All players 16.5 million. I know that works. How many people play Guild Wars 2? Monthly count. Numbers from past 30 days indicate that most logins in one day were an impressive 1 million on May 7th, 2022. So again, let's assume about the same as Final Fantasy, maybe more. Okay. I'm just saying. All right, let's do ESO. ESO population. Elder Scrolls Online. Oh, it's Steam charts. That's not good because Elder Scrolls has an online, as its own. Let's see. It was announced the game had more than 10 million players since release and around 2.5 million monthly active players in June 2019. Blah blah blah. More than 50 million copies has been sold. That's fine. Damn, that's actually a lot. How many players? It's hard to say how many players there are, but okay, let's assume like this. So in 2020, 15 million copies. Some of them are bots. How? One account has like, honestly, you have a lot of characters per account. But how many people would buy multiple copies? That's hard to say. 2.5 million monthly active players. This is in 2017. Let's assume it's probably around 1 million still, right? Even 500,000. Either way more like it's gonna be very hard to say that this has less than 300,000 players. ESO has less than 300,000 players. I believe it has more. Either way, more than old MMOs, okay? Like, I mean, you can't argue with the numbers. Again, and I'm not saying that it's like you shouldn't like old MMOs or whatever. Yo, do what you want. You want to play an old MMO? Go for it. I don't give a shit. You enjoy what you enjoy. But to say that they are objectively better, man, fuck off, okay? Like, no, they're not, okay? More people will play the new shit any day of the week. Most people don't have time to grind that bullshit. Nobody wants to play a game where you level from 1 to 2 in half an hour, okay? Like, you want to finish leveling within the week. It shouldn't take you months, okay? Everyone wants to go to the end game. You don't want to play the leveling game. Some people do, I get it, you enjoy the journey, whatever. But let's be real, you don't want to do that. Most people don't want to do that. You think you do, but you don't. And J. Allen Brack was right. Sue me. Fuck, man. I don't know why this is so annoying to me when people say that's like older games are better. No, they are not. For their time, maybe, but for their time, everything was revolutionary. Everything was new, exciting, and there was nothing to compete. There was like a, this is the next step, this is the next step, this is the next step. Right now, you even look at like Unreal Tournament 5 and you're like, oh man, that looks so cool. But do you really care? If let's say you were living with Unreal Tournament like 2 or whatever, like their older ones, and then it just jumped to Unreal Tournament 5, you'd be like, oh shit, that's cool. At this point, Unreal Tournament 5 was like, well, it's to be expected at this point. Oh, realistic graphics? Yeah, I thought it would happen at some point. Yeah, like your expectations are so low at this point, you can't be like blown out of proportion. More like your expectations are so high that it's like nothing really surprises you. Okay, everything is as expected. You have experience with the gaming industry for so long, nothing comes as a shock. So obviously nothing excites you anymore. Even looking at new expansion reveals, you're like, damn, that's cool. It's not like, holy shit, I'm gonna stand outside of GameSpot for like, you know, they open 6 a.m, I'm gonna be there at 10 p.m. 2 nights before. I'm gonna wait for that release. No one does it anymore. No one cares as much. Okay, so like the hype went down. And even then, you still have more people playing now than you did back then across the games. Okay, before you just had pretty much WoW that took like 13 million players. Now they're spread across Final Fantasy, Guild Wars, ESO, World of Warcraft, WoW Classic, RuneScape, Minecraft, Rift, Terra. Well, Terra shut down. Actually, Rift is probably shutting down too. But all these like weird MMOs, people are scattered around. You gather them all together, you're gonna get the WoW population because WoW was the only real game to play at that time. Anyways, I hope I made my point. That's all I want to say. New MMOs are way better, way more popular than old MMOs but not for the time. Okay, old MMOs were popular for their time because they were revolutionary. There was no competition. You had a lot more players. New MMOs, in my opinion, are way more accessible, way more friendly to multiple characters, way more friendly in how they introduce the content, way more friendly in difficulty, way more friendly in how they waste your time. Okay, way more friendly. And let's be real, the demographic for MMOs are usually boomers. Okay, majority of the players are boomers. They don't have time to play for hours on end unless you're like Asmongold or you know, Rich, Campbell, McConnell, whatever. People who don't work, who just like play games for a living. Well, I mean, streaming is work. Don't get me. I'm not like trying to like steer trouble. Streaming is work, sure, but it's like people who don't game for a living don't have time to play games that long. So yeah, games are now more accessible. And what Josh says about like you don't have that difficulty anymore, I don't think, let's be real, if you want difficulty, you can make it. Iron Man challenge, you can do it on your own. You don't need the game to put the Iron Man challenge for you. Hardcore challenge, you can do it on your own. You don't need the game to do it for you. Okay, people choose the easy road because that's all the time they have, and honestly, they might not want to like try hard in a game in this day and age. Anyways, hope that helped to make things clear about my opinion, and I'll see you in the next one. Hopefully I won't be as agitated about this the next subject. Peace out.